3, 2, 1.
Oh,
Yeah, bro. I just spilt this all over myself, bro. Oh, man.
Yo. Welcome back, y'all, to the OG house. Damn.
Welcome to the OG house. I think it's wraps, bro. I think we just like the. If they ever get rid of the other flour, bro, I'm done. I'm cooked. I'm never gonna drink another Red Bull again.
That shit is so fucking good, bro.
I have not had.
But I grabbed that one specifically for because he was playing, bro.
Yep. Hey.
What you said you did that shit.
Go play Expedition 33. That shit's tough.
That shit is crazy, bro. If y'all never really play like a Final Fantasy game or like any like turn-based game, it's like similar to Final Fantasy, bro. But it's like instead of it just being like, okay,
there's more action.
You take a turn. It's like, okay, the enemy is attacking. Are you gonna dodge this or are you gonna parry this? If you fuck up, you taking damage. That shit is cold.
I understand it now. I don't care. They just watch me spend a better part of 30 minutes fighting the same guy.
Bro. But I was like, hey, bro, you got it, bro. But I was like, you gotta parry that first.
Yeah,
bro.
No.
I gotta turn dodge. Then I said, man, fuck it. Then this nigga locked the fuck in, bro. He got that parry.
Told y'all, bro. Repetition is key.
He said,
Bing.
I was like, whoo! I said, oh shit, and you get a counter off when you parry, which is really dope. But you have to be like, in order to parry, you gotta do like a perfect. It's like timing a perfect dodge.
Yep. At the last minute, they said. I said, oh,
that's simply how parrying works.
As soon as I read that again, I said, oh, wait a minute. I said, never mind. This is what I specialize in. I said, wait a minute. Now that I know the timing, because I thought, oh, it's the same as a regular dodge. Because I said, I can't remember if they said if it's the same as a regular dodge, or if I got to do it, if they have the same timing, or if it's different. And I was like, oh, it's the same timing as a perfect dodge. Because I didn't know, what I didn't know is that there was a difference between a perfect dodge and a regular dodge. I know it kept saying perfect sometimes, but I thought that was just like a, haha, perfect. You did great, good. You look.
When you dodge at the very last second. Like at the very last second.
Now?
How I look at it is, it's like Sekiro. Dead ass.
I mean, yeah.
Sekiro, especially with the parry and shit.
But Sekiro, look, the only part that was like real last minute was the lightning. That lightning was like last minute. Parrying and everything else, I felt like it was really easy because it was like, ding, back up, ding, back up. That lightning.
You have to jump.
Come on, man.
I hate fighting Ichiro, bro.
Yeah, that's this new game, Expedition Claire's. Man, I don't remember the name. I would pull it up with
like
Claire something. Expedition. I don't know. Apparently, I don't know exactly the whole synopsis story, but these people are in France. Something called the Painter is like Thanos snapping them out of freaking existence. Claire Obscure. Expedition 33. Yep. So, yeah, something's Thanos snapping people out of existence, and they send some expedition people to go pretty much get rid of the Painter. And I don't know how many years they've been doing it, but when I started the game, the timer said 34. Now it says 33. So, whatever. And some old expedition dude killed the newer expedition people. So we're about to run I'm about to run the block. Spin the block.
To start it. I actually see, because I've been seeing a lot of people play it. Well, I would see clips. I'm like, oh, okay. But I saw him playing it, and he was streaming it this morning. I'm like, hold on. Isn't that one game?
Mm-hmm.
As he was playing it, I'm like, oh, yeah, no. I need this.
Yeah, bro.
I need this shit.
The game's kind of tight.
I'm a huge Final Fantasy fan.
I like
the turn. I used to love the turn-based system.
I don't like turn. So this is why how I knew it was good, because I said I don't like turn-based games. But when I saw someone playing it and they were like actively dodging, because we were just talking about this before we started recording. It's like in Final Fantasy and stuff, like you have to pick who dodges and who parries the attack beforehand, and then God forbid, I don't know, the enemy doesn't attack or some shit, or they heal, and then that's a wasted I just didn't like that whole aspect of like, okay, I have to actively plan ahead for a dodge and a parry versus like, I'm gonna parry this. Like, fuck this guy, I'm gonna parry this. You know what I mean? Or like, what is it? The whole perfect attacks. I don't know if you saw that too. Like,
when you gotta press A at the right time or whatever.
Yeah, like both. The game's interactive, is what I'm saying.
It's a lot
like,
of real time events. Like quick time events.
It's more interactive than I thought.
A turn based plus a quick time event type game is crazy, bro. Like incorporating both of those, like, and if you time it right, you do more damage. If you time it wrong, I mean, you still do damage, but just not as much as you would if you timed it right.
That's why I was like, yep, I like this.
Because I was say, like, in Final Fantasy, like,
I think there was
all right, cool. Like, you attack, you either had attack, you can do spells or whatever else. But then it was like,
there's a game that's just like that. I think it's called like Greedfall or something like that. Whatever. But it was like a game where, but the premise of it was that you could go from turn-based to action. It was really cool. I don't remember what the name. I think it had greed in it. Something. It was like Conquistador pirate like game, but it was really cool. And that's what this reminded me of, because I was like, oh, bet. Hold on, bro. Let me try this game out. Plus the graphics look nice. So
those graphics do look clean.
I was like, yeah. This is just giving me like Final Fantasy ish vibes. I said, yeah, I want to play this. I just downloaded it last night.
I've been seeing a lot of it. And I'm like, man, it's a turn-based game. I haven't seen that. But you know how long it's been since there's been like a turn-based game? Like,
no, there's been
a good turn-based game.
No, Baldur's Gate 3 is a turn-based game.
Baldur's Gate 3 is a turn-based game?
Yeah.
I didn't play Baldur's Gate 3, so I wouldn't know.
Oh, well.
I'm not really big into Baldur's Gate. I didn't even play Dragon's Dogma.
Oh, well. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Baldur's Gate 3 is a turn-based game. What is it? There was another game that was turn-based before this as well.
I haven't played a good turn-based game. Let me
yeah.
Let me rephrase that. I have not played a good turn-based game. But especially seeing it's like how it is like with Final Fantasy. Like Final Fantasy 13, 13-2. Those was my games back in the day.
What about that anime game you were playing?
Which one?
You haven't finished it yet? You always say you haven't finished it. You finish it.
Tales of Arise.
Tales of Arise. Yeah, isn't that turn-based? Is it not? I don't know. I can't remember. I thought I remember seeing you play it one time.
No, not really. It's not really turn-based now.
No?
Like, you're able to do, like, because you're able to move around and everything else like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's more, like, more interactive, more action-based. And then, like, you do moves or whatever else. And then, like, your character has, like, a certain amount of points that you can do, like, arts and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really turn-based. But I do have to beat that. But now I got another game to play because I just got Expedition 33. But I still got to start that series, bro.
Did you buy it or get it on the Game Pass?
I did not get it on the Game Pass. I didn't know it was on the Game Pass until I came to your house. I saw it on your thing on the screen. I was like,
damn.
Fuck. So, I mean, I got it on CD key, so I don't care.
Oh.
It was like 80. It was like over 58% off.
Oh.
So I was like, I paid like $30 some bucks.
Oh yeah, man. Never mind.
You know me, I never paid full price for it.
Oh yeah, I don't try it.
Only time I ever paid full price for a game was Monster Hunter World. Monster Hunter Wilds, because it was.
I only paid because I'm different from you. Because I remember when you were like, oh, I might just get on CD keys, and I was like, I don't know, man, because sometimes CD keys be trying to play some games with you, man.
I was like, you know what? You're right. Because when I pre-ordered Remnant 2, it held the fuck out of me.
Yeah, bro. Because you had to actually wait. Because remember, everybody was playing at midnight. You had to actually wait for the next.
I was like, man, fuck that. So I bought it on Steam.
That shit is crazy. That's why I was like, yeah, I'll never buy a new game. But if it's a game like I was like, oh, you know what, this game interests me now. Let me buy it.
And it's already out.
But it's like God of War Ragnarok. I am not paying full price for that.
No.
I'm gonna find my key for that one. But yeah, man. Oh man, yeah, that was a good game. I was expecting to pick it up, put it back down. I ain't gonna lie to you. But then I was like, nah.
No, I'm about to be on that bitch.
That was fun.
Nah, bro, you was taking me, bro. You was taking me, bro. Because there'll be moments where you would do something, and you're like, oh, I'm just going to shoot him. And then, like, you just kept shooting on one thing. I'm like, no, you already hit the weak spot. Don't waste your bullets yet. And
nope,
then, like,
I didn't care.
Just shooting. I'm like, oh, man.
I didn't even care.
I wish you would have heard me, bro. I was sitting there dying, yelling at the screen, everything like that. I'm like, come on, let's shoot that nigga. Like, especially when you fight that boss, bro. I'll kid you not. You dodged the one attack you kept dying to at first. Where he was doing like the slow, because I'm like,
bro.
Hey, nah, bro. You made me bad because it said at the top, it said,
yeah,
he said, do this attacking slowly. And I'm like, Elijah, he's taking slow. Elijah, he's taking slow. And he's
but you
going,
see,
we going. Stop me, the taking slow.
Nah, bro, because our real life was like, I'm not watching that. I don't care. I don't care. Then I saw it. I was like, oh, okay. But the real thing that was what took me a minute to learn was he attacks. I was like, what? Like, what does that mean? Because then that's what I realized. That's what he's doing. That stupid ass double attack. I was like, this is stupid, bro.
Yeah, bro.
I was like, this is stupid, bro. Because how he gonna attack me slowly, attack me fast, and then be like, nah, you know what? Double attack. Boom. Now, what was pissing me off is that double attack. Because I would dodge the slowest one.
Bro. Oh, my God.
And it's the first one that should hurt the most. That's why I'm like, why is fucking Lune getting hit for 800? Yeah, bro, 800 of damage.
Every single one day, bro. That shit was crazy.
I was like, what is this,
you
bro?
Got hit, bro. I said, oh. She said,
yeah.
It crumbled over. I was like, wait, no. It can't end like this.
That made me so mad, bro. Because I'm like,
what? I just thought about what game this reminded me of. And I don't know if you've ever played it. It's called The Lost Odyssey. Bro, it was this game called The Lost. It had 4. This how dope this game was, bro. It had 4 discs. Like 4 discs for it.
I've had a 4-disc game.
You do the story for 1 disc, bro. And then they're like, all right, cool. They're like, all right, insert disc 2. Insert disc 2. All right, cool. Put this to it, and it picks up right when you left off. I'm like, like, because you was able to put rings on, and then like the rings did like different things, but then you have to like, as you're going to attack, like it will be like this weird little circle thing that will like go in and out, and you have to time the outer ring to go inside the inner ring, and if you time it right, you get like a critical shit and stuff like that, and then you're able to like parry stuff the right way. Oh my God. Lost Odyssey was a 10 out of 10 game.
Damn.
There were certain bosses on that bitch that just pissed me the fuck off though. But I love that game. It was very, very fun. That's what that game kind of reminds me of.
I'm just trying to branch out, play more games.
Honestly, that's honestly what I'm trying to do. I'm tired of playing like mainstream games. I want to play more indie games. That's why I was like, oh, I'm gonna try to play Hollow Knight again. But for some reason, you can use a PlayStation controller on it, and it should like map to the PlayStation controller. Mm. But I think since I played it with my Xbox controller at first, it's mapping to my Xbox controller. So like, it doesn't let me pause or do certain shit with my controller, and I'm like, oh, this is annoying. Mm. But I agree with that.
Yeah, that's why I was like,
there's a lot of games because I'm tired of playing like the same shit. Like, I feel like we're constantly playing like a lot of the same stuff. That's why when you started playing like Star Wars Old Republic and shit. I'm like, oh, it's kind of cool. I like watching you play that shit. I personally can't play it, but I like watching you play it.
I personally can't.
Be going in with those
I can't play it. And yeah, what do you mean you can't play it? It's just like WoW. That's why when you say I can't play it, I'm like, what are you talking about? It's the same game.
Wait, because it's more like, it's kind of like how you know how you got to make a decision on what to do. Like,
yeah.
Are you going to spare this person? Are you going to kill this person? Are you going to kill that third? I'm like, I'm all hyped for you making a decision. Because I'm like, I'm like, man, kill that nigga, man.
Okay, then.
Kill him. But I feel like that's another MMO that I would have to put like a game at a time.
Honestly, I won't lie to you. Star Wars is more of a... Honestly, it's just more of a single player game. That's why whenever I'm like, oh, I need to get on WoW, I can just get off of the game. That's why when there was that one time that you're like, oh, Eli, what you doing? I was like, oh, you're playing Star Wars. Like, I keep doing what you're doing. I'm like, honestly, no, this is literally just like a single player game. I don't even play, like, that's why I can play it alone, because I don't need to play with anybody. It's so catered to playing by yourself but you have the added benefit of having friends who can play with you. So I'm like, all right. That's why I don't be all like, George, get on Star Wars. George, get on Star Wars. Josh, please, somebody. Because if it was like I need friends to do dungeons and shit with, then I would be like, guys, get on, please. But it's not. I could go run a dungeon by myself. That's how useful that is. That's why I'm like, oh, I can go do this by myself. I don't need anybody. I have the ability to go run through the entire of the game's content by myself, except for raids. That's it. I've never even done a raid in Star Wars, so it doesn't matter.
See?
So.
This makes me want to brush up on my Star Wars knowledge, bro.
Yeah?
Oh, my God. I used to know, like, because my dad was heavy into Star Wars.
I'm telling you, bro.
And then I was heavy into Star Wars The Clone Wars.
That shit was a good show, man. I kind of want to rewatch that.
I do, too. Like, I started rewatching it, but like, I feel like there are certain shows that I gotta watch at a certain time because the show wasn't hitting for me at that moment. But then I would see like clips and stuff like that. I'm like, oh yeah, that shit look good. Like I would start trying to watch the show. And I'm like, I'm not really vibing with this right now. But then then pick it up later. Kind of like, you know how like Taekwon said, like how he would be like, oh, like he has to be in the mood to watch a certain show.
No, he said it has to just happen at the right time. That's why I was like, what? He was like, I won't watch something unless it's the right time. I was like, you're like me sometimes. I won't start. Now, what happens to me is I don't start a show until I walk by. And it's the perfect time every time. I'll say, I'm getting off, y'all. I'll go brush my teeth, wash my face, do all the shit I'm supposed to do at night, get in bed by 11:30. I'll be like, you know, this show, I've been hearing people talk about. Let me go watch this shit real quick. And then I'm up for the rest of the night.
Yeah, no. For me, it's like, it depends. Like, I'll be at work, and I'm like, all right, like, I just finished this one show. What can I watch? And then, like, I'll be sitting there looking for something to watch, and then, like, something will pop up. I'm like, oh, shit, I can watch that. Like, that's literally what happened with Transformers 1. Like, I was literally watching all the Transformers movies, and then I got to the part where, what was it? I think it was, like, Age of Extinction or something like that, or, like, the one before that, where Sam Witwicky wasn't the main character anymore.
Sam Witwicky.
I was like, man, this shit is starting to get kind of, like, blue. So I was gonna watch the last show. I was like, nah, I'm not vibing with this. And then I was like, fuck it. Transformers 1 is on here. I'm watching that. Watch that fantastic ass fucking movie that they kept telling me to watch. I'm like, ooh, D16. That nigga D16 was not playing, bruh. He said, no. I believed in him.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh.
I want to march him. I want to march him through Cybertron chained up.
I was like, ooh.
Come on, man.
I understood his rage though, bro. Like, I'm sitting here trying to be a good ass fucking soldier, bro. I'm trying to be a good citizen, bro. I'm doing everything right. Just to find out, nigga, you sold us out.
You took my core.
I was able to transform in the beginning, bro. You took my core. I was a child, nigga. Oh yeah, no. So yeah, no shit. But it's like I have to be in the mood to watch certain stuff, because then it also like, how is this show gonna make me feel? How is this show gonna make me do this and that? Because what is it? I started rewatching Ancient Longest Bride at work. I had to stop that, because there was a certain point where I got sad and I was like, nope. And I started watching Criminal Minds at work. Bro, Criminal Minds had me locked the fuck in at work. I was like,
see, I don't understand how y'all need that.
At work, but
I don't know how you. What?
I can't.
Why not?
Because I have to. There are certain sites blocked at my job. Yeah, because I'm watching on my computer.
Why don't you just watch it at home?
Because 90% of my time, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm sitting at my desk. I'm chilling on Discord, and I'm like, all right, whatever. And then whenever I do go watch TV, it's me on Sandra watching TV and watching Game of Thrones.
Okay, and guess what? Guess we can do the same thing I did. I turned on Severance. She was like, okay, but we need to watch Dexter. I said, no. This one. Because look, I told her, and it was ever since Interview with a Vampire, because there's only certain shows that get me and her in a chokehold. It was Wednesday. Wednesday was the first one, because we stayed up all night and we watched the entire thing, start to finish. Didn't care.
Wednesday. Are you talking about?
I'm talking about the Addams Family. Wednesday.
Oh,
the show. Yeah.
Oh, that shit was.
Yeah. We were up all night because I love a good mystery.
That shit was good.
So I was like, all right, bet. Then it was Interview with a Vampire, and I was like, this is just I just like this. So we were up all night watching that. Luckily, it was on a weekend. The other one, I had work. Wednesday, I had work the next day, and I just stayed up. I didn't care. But fucking, this and that. I'm about to kill them motherfuckers. But then it was Severance. We literally were like, nah, nothing's really hooking us like Severance, bro. Not even Game of Thrones. Because like I was like, nah, bro, Game of Thrones is alright. Like it's no. We're still not finished. Yeah, we're still on season 5.
What's happening in season 5?
I don't remember. I can't even tell you. I don't remember.
I'm about to say where we're at right now. It's kind of like
I don't know. Just shit just slowed down. Season 1, season 2, I was locked in. I won't lie. Season 1, season 2 of Game of Thrones, I was locked in because I was like, fucking Khaleesi's doing her shit. Joffrey was being a bitch. Like everything was. All
I'm still mad about the red wedding, bro.
Facts. The red wedding happened.
Why the?
So I was like, you know what? Whatever. But I don't know. This just never had me like glued to the screen. Severance, glued to the screen, bro. I was glued to the screen, bro. And it's constant. Now, like you watch the second episode, you start thinking about the third episode. And then it's by the third episode you start to realize, I was like, oh shit, I gotta start looking for shit. Cause I'm not paying attention. I'm not paying it. Yeah. Then you start getting in with the Severance community, and people are like, I noticed this in episode this, and this means this, and guess what? This is this and this, and then they're right. And you watch the next episode, and they're right about that theory, and you're like, I'm not watching TV right.
How many episodes is in the first season?
9.
It's 9.
9, I think.
Just like a thing.
9, and then the second season just ended. So. Now we gotta wait hella long for the next one. Cause I ain't gonna lie, if it's gonna be perfect like season 1 and season 2, I've never had a show where every episode's been perfect. Every episode. That's what I mean. Like I won't cap. The most captivating show I've watched to this day is Severance. The best TV show I've watched to this day has been Severance.
You gassing this up, bro.
I am. That's why I'm trying to tell you, man. Go watch Severance, bro. I mean this. I so mean this. I have only ever said this once. I have never in my life meant this, but I really do mean this. You have to watch Severance. You have to watch it. Because if you don't, and I can only talk to my wife about it. That's everyone else don't want. Everyone else, I gotta be in the right mood to watch it. I don't know. That don't look like my type of TV show.
I'm gonna watch this, bro. I'm gonna watch this shit. Look, I'm gonna tell you how this is about to go, right?
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna watch it. Okay. I'm gonna watch it. We gonna get on the podcast, and I'm gonna literally we gotta watch it. Like, bro, Severance, bro. But he said, man, didn't I tell you, man? Didn't I tell you to watch it? But you don't listen to me. I told you to watch it, bro. Gas, wasn't it? Gas. I'm telling you.
Every
I'm
time.
telling you exactly how you about to be. Because I guarantee you, if not next podcast episode, the one after next, guaranteed, this man gonna be like, I told you when to watch it. Bro, there are certain shows that he be trying to put me on. Like Interview with a Vampire, I tried to watch that shit.
He watched the first episode. He didn't give the 3-episode rule. It doesn't matter.
I did not give it the 3-episode rule, but the 3-episode rule is harder to give for shows that are longer than 30 minutes. When you watch a show when you watch a show that has hour-long episodes, I can't give it the 3-episode rule.
I can.
Because
I won't cap. I had to give Game of Thrones the 3-episode rule. The first episode was not enough for me.
What?
No.
Man, that first episode had me in that bitch.
I was just like, oh man, okay, wow. He pushed her. Oh wow, they put the sister and the brother are fucking. Oh wow, oh man, dogs. Oh man, oh okay, whatever.
Nah, bro.
I wasn't set up enough. I don't care, bro. Then the second episode rolled, and they were still trying to figure out who did it. Then that's when I was like, okay, I want to see what happens when we finally figure out. When we finally tell this motherfucking king, hey, your wife is fucking her brother, man.
That's how he died. Still pissed me off too. I died to a boar. Really, nigga?
Yeah, bro. And
really,
then
you died to a boar, bro.
Then to come find out, then I find out my nigga Ned get killed. That's when I was like, okay, now I'm locked.
When Ned died, that shit pissed me off.
I said now I'm locked.
But bro, this is the one thing that pissed me off about this whole thing. I'll say this about Game of Thrones, bro. Whatchamacallit? The mom of the Starks, bro. She literally kept telling people, hey, don't do this. Nobody listened to her. Nobody. But she was right every time. She said, Ned, you already served the king. You already did this, that, and third. You got your own king to run. You're the king of the north. Fuck it. I gotta go up there. Okay. Then what is her first daughter, Sansa? I want to go live in the capital. I love Joffrey. I love him. Oh, you love that nigga? And she's like, look, you don't know what love is. I'm telling you, you don't love that nigga. It's not good. Kill Arya's friend. Then when Ned Stark died, put his head on the stake. Look at him. Look at him. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, oh, but you love that man, right? You love him, right? Your mom said no. You did it anyway. Robb Stark, the same way. I'm going to send Theon to Iron Island. Why would you do that? He is not a Stark. Said he's my best friend. You know what happened? He sent Theon.
Mm-hmm.
Theon literally raided Winterfell and then said, "Yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to kill the brothers." Didn't listen. Then, you have to promise to marry this one dude's daughter.
Oh Lord.
Which, mind you, she was cold anyway. Like, you didn't even give him a chance. You didn't even know. I understand. You're mad that you got to do an arranged wedding, and you found this fine nurse that was working.
Okay, hold on. But I understand though, because it's like, it's not like I'm gonna be fucking the nurse on the side. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not fucking you, by the way. I'm just gonna marry you because you see, here's what happens with arranged marriage. They arrange them and they're like, now make kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but my thing is this. That's literally what happened with
What's
their mom,
the
though.
Yeah.
Literally, she was like, hey, she was supposed to marry Ned's brother.
Yeah.
And that didn't happen. She didn't marry Ned. And then it's like, okay, cool, like, it's fine. It happened, I got y'all. I ended up loving Ned. You don't know. But if you make a promise and you put it on your name, bro, especially in times like that, you sat back over there, you went against your word to another king, my nigga.
I'm just mad. I'm just mad. We honestly, I feel like he should have just slid the block as soon as he was like, nah, this kind of fishy, bro. Because he had signs. There were signs.
There was hella signs.
There were signs, bro. There were signs that the shit was gonna happen.
Sitting there and he just sat there and just started. Like,
it was out of character for Rob. I won't.
That's what I was
out of
saying.
character. It was out of character.
Like they just wanted to kill him off, and I was like, that don't make no sense, bro. It literally was the
because
thing.
Homie had victory after victory after victory after victory,
and then, like,
just for him to get
die like that was
facts.
like literally the stupidest thing ever. I was so fucking pissed, but I ain't gonna lie. When that music started hitting, it did give me goosebumps. That. I was like, oh. She was like, Rob.
Nah, I mean, it was. Yeah, I don't cap that right there. See, that's why I gotta give Game of Thrones. I was like, damn, not my. I was. They made me feel the emotion because I kid you not, bro. You can ask Tisha, bro. I was literally like, my nigga Rob.
Yeah, bro,
I said no. I said turn this TV off.
That literally had to have me, bro. I was mad as a bitch because I'm like, he was a dog on the field, bro.
I was
how
really
you gonna die like that?
I was literally like, nah, bro. It wasn't even, bro. It wasn't even the fact that he died because I was okay with him dying. But they rode him out on that horse.
On the horse with his wolf's head stitched on his body, bro.
Yeah, bro. I was like, because I was literally like, when are we running the block? I said, when are we running it back, bro? When are you gonna go? I said, because I need to see him die. That king needs to die.
That's what I wanted. But you know what pissed me off though? How long nigga Jamie stayed alive, bro? How the fuck is Jamie still alive?
I won't lie though. Look, I won't lie though.
That pisses me off, bro.
But they look. I ain't cap, bro. They're writing Jamie up I ain't cap. They're writing Jamie up for redemption.
They are. That pisses me off.
Only thing that I was like, never mind. You know, I don't know. There's been a couple things that he's been doing that I'm like, nah, bro. You're not. Never mind. You're not earning my redemption arc. Because what is it? When the mom was over there with Joffrey when he died, and he was like, nah.
No.
I want some.
Yeah, bro. Right underneath their son's dead body, bro. I'm like, oh, you're foul, bro.
Yeah, that's kind of gross.
She's like, people are gonna see. I don't care. I'm like, oh, you're nasty.
I was like, oh yeah, this is wild.
But Cersei also pisses me off. Cersei pissed me off from beginning to end.
Oh,
they tried to make you feel bad for her, especially when she was locked underneath in the jail cell with the high septon thing, and they made her do that walk of atonement, where she had to walk through the city naked, and everybody was throwing stuff at her. I was like, oh, you want me to feel bad for you because they cut your hair off and you a little bald bitch, and you got to walk through the city naked? I don't give a fuck. You pushed fucking little Bran off the fucking roof of a fucking building because you got caught fucking your brother. Mm-hmm. And you literally tried to. You're the one that put this high septon in the power because you was mad that your youngest son married the other bitch, and you're like, watch this. You thought you was gonna be exempt from punishment? Incest. No.
But yeah, bro. I don't know. I haven't had any.
I'm gonna watch Severance though. That's only what it was. I keep saying that I'm gonna watch Severance, but no, dead ass. My plan is to watch Severance.
I'm telling you, bro. You gotta watch it now. You gotta watch it now, because if season 3 comes out, you're just gonna have to. You're gonna be trying to catch up.
And
everything gonna get spoiled, bro. You gotta watch it now.
I'm gonna watch it.
Because when it comes out, I'm telling you, season 3 is just gonna be world breaking. Everyone's gonna be watching Severance. Everyone was watching Severance in season 2, but everyone will be watching Severance season 3. I mean, like, everyone in the world will be like, "Yep, you know what? Ben Stiller is quite literally the best director in the world, and should not be stopped." Because god damn, can this nigga write? It's cooked. I'm just telling you, bro. Please go home now. Go home. Go home. Go home. When you watch it.
Because at this point,
if I get back from the field and I still hear, no, I ain't watching, man. I'm gonna be in the field for 5 days tomorrow.
I thought you were gonna go to the field.
Huh?
I thought you wasn't clear to go to the field.
No. There you go. Yeah, they don't care. Yeah, they don't care.
You can.
They don't care. Yeah, they don't care. Yeah. They don't care. Yeah, they don't care. Yeah, they don't care. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they don't care about that. Anyway.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness.
What is it?
Let's see.
It's my little boy's birthday yesterday.
Oh, Poquito Pie.
Lots of gifts, lots of fun.
We had a very annoying event happen. Annoying for me. Nah, bro, I'm mad I didn't catch you first.
Oh.
That's all it is. But I am hyped though. Our friend Esau caught the fish.
Mm-hmm.
He caught a fish, bro. Dead ass. He caught a fish, bro.
Yeah, bro, you son caught a fish, bro.
I got shit out of picture, bro.
This man really was just like, I caught one. I was like, what?
What?
I'm like, damn, bro. What am I doing wrong?
I'll show you the house picture. I want to put a little body in there.
Yeah, that boy
He caught the fish, bro.
Yeah.
He caught a fish, dead ass. Mad. We was mad. We was literally sitting there. Because what was it?
I went up there.
The presents and everything
bro.
like that, bro. Oh, my.
Cause I went up there because I was like, oh, okay, bet. Like, I'm going to wait for, so I said, Cheyenne and Bria are here now. So I said, let me go ahead and fucking go up there, you know, say hi to them, get the gift open. And I said, yeah. They gonna call me, bro. They gonna call me while we opening the gifts. Cause I thought they came back up and then they went back down. And they gonna be like, I got one. No, bro, you supposed to be here opening the damn gifts.
Like, what are you doing? Oh my god.
So mad, bro.
Yeah,
bro. I was so mad, bro. I was like, what the fuck, man? How you gonna do this to me, bro? It was supposed to be me.
Not him.
But now I'm happy he caught a fish. I'm happy someone caught a fish. Cause now I know I'm not doing nothing wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, look.
I gotta change my bait on my rod though.
Yeah, I need to go get some more bait. I was about to hit up you, so I asked him if you want to go today. He was talking about it.
I thought it was storming. I thought it was a storm because it looked like it's like bad outside right now.
Well, that bad. I don't know. We can see. If it's about to storm, it's about to storm.
It's like partly cloudy. I don't think it's in the rain now.
I'll take that chance. Anyway, I'll take that chance.
It's like very windy and shit though.
I'll take that chance. I'll do what I have to. I need to catch a fish. I need one. And then I'm about to go. I'm about to go see Sinners today. That's gonna be nice.
Oh man, you gotta let me know how that shit is because I really want to see that movie.
I don't want to
see a lot of shit. I've been seeing a lot of funny.
You know, the only reason I'm going to go see it is because people are doing what I do to you. I'm like, someone told me. Someone said if you do not go see Sinners in the theater, you'll regret not seeing it. And I said, oh my god, all right, I'll go watch it. I said, yep. Someone literally told me, they were like, if you do not go watch Sinners in theaters, you'll be robbed of an experience. They're like, you'll be robbed of an experience. I said, damn, all right, shit. Let me go watch that shit. I said, I can't watch it in IMAX, but I'll go watch that shit.
I need to watch that.
So,
that shit looks good. I've been seeing a lot of funny videos about that shit, bro. Lena Cuisine, bro. That nigga said so. He was like, hey man, can I come in? He was like, so. I mean, he was like, the door open, ain't it?
Yeah.
He was like, but can I
come in? Yeah.
He was like, why you asking me permission? Nigga, you live here. Like, what you mean you asking me permission to come in here, man. He was like, so it's cool if I come in? You just gotta let me know, if I come in. He was like, hold on. He was like, yeah, you can come. He said, wait. He said, scoot over a little bit. He said, why do I need to say that specifically? Why do I specifically say that you can come in here? He said, he scooted over, made some room. He said, all right. What's up? He said, you good? But are you going to let me in?
Nah, that's crazy. Yeah.
He said, hey, I'm done talking to him, bro. He said, hey, no, I'm done talking to him, bro. He's like, all right, I'm in. Go get the garlic. Bro, like, that shit is crazy, bro. I love that concept, bro. Like, vampires,
you gotta be invited in, yeah.
Shit, bro. You gotta invite them in, bro. If you don't invite them in, bro, they can't come in, bro. That shit takes me.
I'm excited to go watch it. Because I'm like, man, people saying I gotta go watch it. I'm like, all right, bet. I'm gonna go watch it. I listen to people.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do, bro.
No,
if someone says, hey, bro, you gotta watch this, I go watch it. There's never been a time where I've never been like, nah. I go do it. If you told me, hey, bro, you gotta watch Game of Thrones, I would have watched Game of Thrones. I was like, all right, fine, I'll watch it. You got a show you want me to watch?
Listen, he told me to watch Severance. I watched the first episode of Severance.
Because I forced him to.
He said, no, you gotta watch it. I said, all right, cool. He said, you know what, I'm gonna put the first episode. I'm like, all right, fuck it. Yeah, I'm gonna watch the first episode. He told me to watch Interview with a Vampire. I watched
That's the one. Okay, I won't lie.
Episode, and I did not vibe with it.
That's the only thing you listened to me on? That was it. It was the only time you've ever listened to me.
Avatar,
everything else?
Hold on. Avatar, because this is when we started the podcast, y'all. If y'all go back, back to episode 1 of the podcast, he told me to watch it. You know what I ended up watching? Avatar on Netflix. He talked about the first, I think it was like, the first 2 episodes. I was like, yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna watch it. First 2 episodes he talked about. I said, I'm gonna watch it, I'm gonna catch up.
Hold on.
What happened, y'all?
Hold on.
I did it.
Hold on.
Did it.
Only reason I argued the only reason you watched that was because that was the first topic for the podcast.
No.
I will argue that that's the only reason you watch. Also, you were already planning on watching it. You were already planning on watching it because when I first brought it up, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna watch it, and I said, you know what? Yeah, it's good. I said you don't gotta watch it. I never said you had to watch it, but I did say I was like, yeah, it's good. Man, you should watch it.
We'll go back and watch film.
We can. I said you should watch it.
We'll go back and watch film, y'all.
I said, yeah, it's pretty good. You should watch it. I didn't say you gotta watch it, but Severance, I'm like, nah, man. This is like, you know what I mean? Like, this is one where I'm like, you need to watch this. There's not been a single time where I have not listened. That's the only time you ever look. I'll give you Avatar: Last Airbender, and I'll give you Interview with a Vampire. But anytime I tell y'all to try,
Severance is the only one I haven't really watched yet.
Everything else I be telling y'all to watch, y'all don't or play. Oh, God forbid I ask y'all to play something.
Not me. Josh, yes.
Nah.
Josh.
Same with you. Look, okay, hold on.
Wow.
Hold on. No, hold on. I'm talking about having to convince you. If I have to convince you, that's where I'm like, nah, bro, y'all aren't listening to me. Because I'm like, y'all aren't listening to me, bro.
Wow was the only one.
No, it was not.
What is another game, bro?
Terraria? Hold on.
Wait.
Destiny 2, after you fell out of the loop with it, I had to convince
Destiny 2
you.
is different. Destiny 2 because I already played.
Yeah, but I was like, no, bro, you gotta. Yeah, but then when I'm like, nah, bro, you gotta get on because like it's better now. And you're like, nah, bro, I don't want to play, bro. I don't care, bro. I'm like, all right, whatever. Well, he the main one getting on during the final shape.
Listen.
Well, hey y'all, when y'all trying to run the Nightfall?
No.
That was you.
But it was before final shape.
I know it was before
Pantheon.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's the main reason I got back on because of Pantheon, bro.
Yeah, I remember. I do remember that. I'll give you this though. I'll give you this. Pantheon didn't require too much getting him to get on. As soon as I said, "Hey, bro, come on, you want to get on and get this title called Godslayer?" He was like, "Godslayer? I ain't gonna lie, that's pretty tight." I said, "Yeah, you should." I didn't have to convince. Him too much.
Hey, look, you said Godslayer. I ain't gonna lie. Imagine walking around, bro. You got the title Godslayer.
That's what I said. That's exactly what I said.
gonna tell you shit. And then on top of that, it was a limited time fucking thing too. So if you ain't got that bitch, you ain't got that.
You ain't got it, bro.
You ain't got it in you.
If you ain't got the calling card, you ain't got the calling card.
You ain't got it in you.
I said, hey, look, man, this is a once in a life. I remember I told Chris, I said, look, I don't know about y'all, but I gotta get that title.
Chris was like, I'm just filling the slot. I said, I'm not just filling the slot. I'm getting that beat.
I'm here for this. I'm here for this.
Deadass, I was there every fucking night. Especially if it was a Friday, I wasn't sleeping.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's why I'm like, all right. I didn't have to convince people for Monster Hunter. I will give everybody that. I never had to convince anybody. I kind of just had to say, hey, guys, this game's coming out.
You said watch the weapon. The one thing you did say was you was like, watch the weapon trailers. And I was like, okay, cool. And I saw there was 14 weapons. I was like, And I saw the switch hacks, and I was hooked.
Just a wave rider for that shit, man.
Let me see. Terraria, I did not like Terraria at first. We played it on Xbox, right? I'm sitting there, I'm like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. They're off there doing anything. I'm like, man, I don't know if I like this. Then they said, you got to try it again. I was like, you know what? I'm going to try it again. I tried it on my own time. And I had to, like, get the hang of it. And I was like, oh, this shit is fun as fuck. I'm one of those type of people, if I'm overwhelmed with a lot of information, I just check out. I can't do it. Like, I have to, I don't know, it's like weird because I can't process it all the way. So I'm like, this is a lot. Y'all doing everything, and I'm just seeing y'all do everything. Yeah, I'm out.
You gotta try. You gotta get your hand in the... What you be saying every time you get mad at somebody? Get in the mix!
Yeah!
Come on, man. You just gotta get in the mix. That's why whenever I'm like, all right, bet, bro. We gotta get... Yeah, because I remember there was one time when we were playing Terraria, I said, hey, Jordan, come on, just follow me. He was like, nah, man, I'm trying to do this. I said, nah, bro, this is what you gotta do next, or else you go... You was like, nah, man, no, I'm over here cutting down this tree real quick. So I said, fuck the house. Come with me to the jungle. Get in the mix. I be trying to tell this man the keys to success, and he be like, nah, but that's a lot of shit, bro. I didn't even get that. I don't know how to do that. What you mean how to do that? I was like, what do you mean, bro? I'm trying to show you.
There would be moments I'm like, nah.
I didn't have to convince you too hard for Ark. I won't lie. You got Ark. Ark
was one of those ones that, like...
You didn't take too long for Ark. I will give you this. It took you a week for me to be like, come on, man. Come on, I'll even game share it with you. I remember I was like, I'll even game share it with you, bro.
Because I think that was one of the ones I was like, okay, cool. Like, I was playing Ark, and it was like talking about something. I was like, you know what? Fuck it, I'll try it. And
then we played it.
Playing it, boy. Ark had me hooked. I was a little bit lost at first, and I'm like, what I got to do? But that is one I would say I got in the mix for.
Yeah, I was like, all right, bet. That's why I noticed anytime I tell you like, nah, bro, you gotta go do this, and you actually come do it with me, you're like, oh, hold on. Like fishing was the best of that. I was like, here, take the pole. Hold on.
So it's
because remember you were like, nah, I don't know if I'm into fishing like that, but I'll come with you.
But I did go. He didn't even have to convince me. He was like, hey, we about to go fishing. I said, fuck it, I'm down to try it. I said, I've never tried it. I said, I've never been fishing. I don't know if I like it. I said, but I'm down to try it. Because I'm like, that's
because I won't lie, bro. Every time we do something new, bro.
That hole in my hand. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, bro.
No pun intended, but I was hooked.
Yeah, bro.
Ass. I was like,
this man, bro, because I know the formula for you now. Now I know the formula. That's why when we got on WoW, I was like, let me make sure I do this right this time. I literally was like, because I remember you got on the first time with the Warlock, and I was like, nah, I ain't do it right. I said this time, I gotta make sure I get everybody on. So I called. I said, Josh, come on, bro. You got nothing better to do.
That was that was step number one.
Yeah.
Once he can, because Josh is one of the hardest people to get a game. A game would literally be $1, and Josh would be like, Josh would be like, nah. I'm not buying that. Like, Josh, it's a fucking dollar. Yeah, bro. I will send you the $1 to get it.
Yeah, but
no, I'm not buying it.
Yeah,
I'm like, you're not spending your own dollar.
Yeah,
I'm not buying it.
Yeah, because he'll be like, nah, bro. I just don't think I'll like it. I'm like, Josh, come on, bro. You literally played. Because I remember when we were being Chris were trying to be like, you literally played this. You will like WoW, or you will like this. He's like, nah, man, it just doesn't seem like my type of game. Or I'm playing this right now. I'm trying to get this right now in this game. I'm like, he's like, bro, you can get that any time of the day. Come on, bro. Like, come play. He's like, nah, man. I gotta play this. That's why when I'm like, come on, guys, get back away. I'm like, no, man, I'm a monster. I'm like, there ain't nothing left to do no more. Y'all just fighting monsters now.
Literally, that's why I started. That's when whenever you're like, hey, I'm about to top of the nuts. I'm like, hey, wait for me.
Because
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Monster Hunter didn't last. Monster Hunter Wilds did not last.
It didn't last as long as I thought. But I think I won't lie, bro. I think I still will say this because I remember we said this when we were getting excited about it. When Monster Hunter World came out, we were not playing it like you know what I mean, like religiously. We were. Hold on, we were. But it wasn't like we beat the campaign in a day. It wasn't like we beat the campaign in like, you know what I mean? Like,
what I would say, the reason why though, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, yeah, because of the thing. Yeah, like you said. Yes.
And we were kind of newer to it. We were new to it.
And it was harder. But.
Agreed. That's why I feel like, it was more content, more monsters.
But. Even then, that's why I mean, like, we didn't know everything is what I'm trying to say. Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, now, I'm like, bro, we hopped on. Also, I'm not gonna lie, the gym grind, non-existent in this one. I got
facts.
What is it? Because those tenderizing jewels were really what I mean to tell y'all. I was like, that's literally all I needed. But Josh was like, what else do you need? I was like, I just need Ardian parts. But low key, I'm not really into the Ardian system like that. Because I low key, I kind of don't like the Ardian system. I ain't gonna lie. I
hate the Ardian system.
I kind of just don't like it because I'm like, the only reason I don't like it is because I'm like, man, bro, one, all these weapons look the exact fucking same. Two, what's the point of hunting the monsters if you should go tell me I gotta make these Ardian weapons and they gonna be the best weapon I can get for the rest of the game? I hate that.
Like, no.
I'm like, what you mean I just spent all this time killing Gore Magala from his weapon not to mean shit? Like, come on, man.
That's the one reason why I'm like, because it's like, even if you don't have your quote unquote best Artian weapon, you can still kill shit in a very.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I was like.
That's why I'm like, I don't really need that. Like, it's fine. And plus, on top of that, I'm gonna be the one to say it. Them Artian weapons are ugly.
They are. No, they are.
Ugly as fuck. There's
okay,
only
hold
a
on.
select few that look
I won't lie.
Really dope.
I like the insect glaive one. That shit look kind of nice,
right? Especially when it's upgraded and it starts actually spinning and swirling. That one's dope. The great sword looks dope because it opens up. But
the dual blades don't look that. They're just literally
ass.
Yeah, they're just literally like little fucking chakrams.
And then on top of that, when they get leveled up, the inside handle spins. The part that you don't see when you're using the dual blades. Nothing else really looks good. Like
that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like,
no. I would rather use something that looks dope because this is why it blows my mind that they don't have layered weapons in the game because. We had layered weapons.
Yeah, we did. We did.
And when Rise first came out, there was layered weapons. So it's like, why would you?
I would just rather the Ardian weapon thing be like. I'd rather it just be built upon the monster weapons instead of it being like I'd rather it be like, okay, now I have these parts, I can add it to fucking Gore Magala or Arkveld's fucking dragon dual blades to make it a more dragon infused or more affinity.
And you can roll for that or whatever else. But
and I'd rather it be like that than sitting here like, oh yeah, you remember all that weapons you got during the campaign that you were grinding for, going hard.
Meaningless.
Yeah, meaningless.
It literally nullified everything.
And then on top of that. You mean to tell me now that all the monster shit is useless, and now I've got all these. I'm trying to dive into the. I'm trying to. I'm thinking. No, not even that. I'm thinking about the fact that y'all wanted to add fucking skills to the fucking monster weapons. So now I'm over here like white flame on fucking Zoshia's fucking shit.
Yeah.
Come to find out, no, it's not good compared to the
Artian weapon, the dragon Artian weapon. I'm like, okay, so what?
What's the point then? Like, what's the point of adding that if you ain't good? Like, just get rid of them. I'm sorry, I don't care, bro. I want Artian weapons gone, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Like, I don't gonna lie. Like, they said that the Artian, like this Artian bow was good, and I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. Yeah, what is it?
I'm over it at this point. I'm like, I don't care what the best weapon. I'm still gonna fuck. I was
playing Stream Monster Hunter, and someone was like, "Don't you have a dragon Aryan weapon?" I said, "Yeah, but I really just like how Arkveld's fucking dual blades look."
Dual blades like one of the best dual blades I've seen, bro.
So I'm saying, what you mean? I get a little fucking.
Like, you get an actual like.
I want to look cool, man. I miss looking cool, man.
Like that was like because. When you're doing like fashion, when you're trying to be a fashion hunter too, like the only good thing is like, okay, cool, I'm able to do layered armor, so I'm like running around with this certain set of armor on, and it doesn't matter because I'm gonna layer it.
That's what I'm saying.
But it's like, so why would you not do the same thing for the weapons, bro? Like, the weapons is like a big part too. Like I'm not gonna be running around.
That's what I'm saying,
decked
bro.
out looking like real sweet or like looking like a Three Musketeer looking type nigga, and then I got this futuristic weird ass fucking bow or sword on me that doesn't match the aesthetic.
That's what I'm saying,
I
bro.
need something to match the aesthetic. Like I want to run around with Gore Magala dual blade because they turn into gauntlets, bro. First of all, them things go.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's why I'm like, bro, come on, bro.
I hate that. Like,
But yeah.
But yeah, Monster Hunter didn't
Yeah.
take a lot for us to get.
Didn't take a lot. Yeah, that's why I'm like, it didn't take no time for me to be like, or like, now sometimes if I'm like, I really want somebody to get in a game, I'll be like, I'm gonna stream this shit real quick and see what they yeah. Sometimes I just kind of like, I'm gonna stream the game on Discord and they gonna be like,
what's that?
Yeah, like what's this game? And I like over explain. You'll notice. I'll be like, yeah, so like you could do this and this and this, and then like this. Usually, if it's a game, I don't care if y'all get into it. I'm like, yeah, man, it's just it's a game I like to play. But if it's a game, I'm like, nah, I want y'all on here. Yeah, man, you can do this. Like, look at this set, bro. This one, look at this one. Damn, that shit cold. Yeah, bro. Imagine if you was wearing it. This could be you, bro.
That's he know when you're locked in. He's like, ooh, that could be me.
Yeah, bro.
I would do,
Yeah, then I started explaining.
Like, what's the name of the game called again? How much was it?
I'm like, it's free. It's game free. How about you play that? Yeah.
Okay, let's get that.
But
there's a lot of games.
Warframe, I had to get you on Warframe.
But
that one didn't take long either. But
Warframe had, but this that shit had me locked. And I don't know why. That shit had me locked the fucking right before class, Warframe. After class,
Warframe.
At night, Warframe. Like it was bad, bro. Everybody else off of Warframe, I'm still on that motherfucker. Warframe. I gotta play it.
Now, the only thing I will say that you do that you'll be like, nah, man, I'm not in. You'll be like, nah, man, I'm not into that, and I'll be like, but you literally played this game before. What are you talking? This is the same game, different skin. What are you talking about? You're like, nah, it's not me, bro. It's not for me. That's why we got on Final Fantasy. It's like, nah, bro. What are you literally talking about?
Yeah, cause I played Final Fantasy at first. I was like, oh, this shit look kind of cool. I'm still so mad I bought that shit instead of just wait. I didn't know about the free trial thing. If I would have just kept the free trial, I had to buy a subscription until later. But I was playing Final Fantasy like a lot, and Elijah was like, dude, this is literally like, wow. I'm like, man, nah.
No, I was like quite literally high because I remember when we got our chocobos, and we were like, yeah, bro, I finally got my chocobo. I was like, yeah, but I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. We would have been at this shit. Wow. And then I said, and they move faster.
I was like, what?
Yeah, and you can fly. You don't gotta find all this shit. I said you don't gotta find all that.
That's the one thing that fucking I had to keep finding these fucking ether currents, and I had to do quests. Because look, you gotta find.
And then you
it's not just finding the ether currents. You gotta find the ether currents, and you gotta do these.
You know what
quests.
what pissed me off about it though? You know what pissed me off the most about the ether currents, bro? Because you would find all of them by the time you finish the goddamn expansion.
Yeah, you ain't gonna be in that area no more.
It's not you wouldn't be in that area. You would just be done with the whole expansion.
So you like, what are you waiting for?
Because I remember when you told me how to fly. Because I didn't even look up how to fly. I was like, I didn't even know you could fly. I just remember seeing some dude fly, and I was like, maybe that's something I gotta wait for because I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Then on top of that, I don't lie. This is the only thing that I don't like, but kind of do like about Final Fantasy is them fucking unlock quests, bro. I do not like. This is the one thing I just like. I'm like, what do you mean? There was a blue quest. Because when I finally figured out that the blue quest with the little things at the bottom, I was like, oh. So then that's when I started, like, anytime we were playing, I was like, if I see this quest, I'm just going to do it.
Yep.
I don't care. But there's so many, bro. And then it will be like, people be like, nah, it's optional. Why are you labeling this as an optional quest, bro? This is not optional. This is, I need this.
Yup.
What do you...
People be like, oh, you need this from this certain dungeon. What dungeon? I got all the dungeons. Nope. You got to go do this quest over here.
Because when I tell you what you mean, bro. Oh, you got to go do this dungeon and get this weapon for this. It's your best in slot weapon. Because it was the chocobo that really taught me that. It was the chocobo quest that taught me that. Because I went through the...
You're the one that even told me how to get the chocobo. Because I was ahead of him.
Yeah.
And Elijah was like, oh, bro, yeah, I'm about to get my chocobo. I'm like, what? I'm like, dude, what level are you? I think I was like maybe like 4 or 5 levels ahead of him, and I didn't have a chocobo. He found the quest for the chocobo before I did. And I'm like, why would they not make that a part
main
of the
quest?
main quest?
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Have that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, quite literally, you should just be doing the main quest, and they should be like, oh shit, chocobo. That's why I was like, what do you mean? Or it should just be like, hey, bro, you're level 10. Here's your chocobo. Like, that ass, bro. Because that's what WoW does. You're level 10. Here's your mount.
Yep, here's a mount. That's what
they
like, did. Because I ain't gonna lie. There's a lot of places you got to explore, bro. You running on foot takes a long ass fucking time.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I was like, what you mean, bro?
Yeah, man.
So that's why I was like, nah, bro. That's why I just kept easing it in. I was like, nah, bro. Because on WoW, this is how it is. Because of this, on WoW, this is how it is. And I just was like, there's just too much to do. There's too much to do on Final Fantasy, bro. I'm sorry, bro. And the UI, it's too much for me. That was the one thing that I was like, when I was a Final Fantasy, I was like, yeah, bro. I'm like,
there is no such thing as mod. You got mods on there, you can get banned.
Yeah, that
Dead
too.
ass, like you can get banned. They will ban your account.
I'm like, bro. I didn't care.
Oh
yeah, I didn't care. I had the photo mod thing. I still, because when I got into Final Fantasy, I was like, nah, bro. I wanna run shit. I wanna run some raids. Still didn't get to do it, but hey.
I want to do the ultimate shit because I was seeing people with the fucking weapons and shit like that. Those weapons look so fucking dope.
That's
bro.
what I'm saying.
Because they glow. They do everything like that. And I'm like, oh shit, like you can get relic weapons. The relic weapons was a grind, especially the Shadowbringer one. Fuck the goddamn Shadowbringers one, by the way. Goddamn, like that.
Like, I like grind, but I don't like too much grind. Especially when it's... I won't cap. I do think that the older weapons, I feel like they should have been easy to get. Because I was like, bro, what you mean I got to go grind for this, then go grind for the next expansion, then the next expansion. And then finally, by the time I catch up to the next expansions... Because, like, that's what I mean. Like, that's what was taking me out of it. Because I was like, I really want this glowing weapon. I want to look badass now, but I can't because, like, I need to go up to I need to get to the... I should have just... Here's what I lost. This is what Final Fantasy lost me. Is I should have got to Endbringer. Now I know we're on a whole other fucking expansion now. I should have got all the way up there, did that first, and then went back. I won't cap. I should have done the current expansion's fucking relic weapon shit. So that way I could be like, all right, now that I'm done, let me go back and do the same exact thing.
Endwalker was out for a minute, and we were just
trying to grind
the Shadowbringers fucking relic weapon stuff. Especially like me. Oh,
I went for Heaven's Word. I said, nah, fuck this. I'm going for Heaven's.
You did because
Gunbreaker
didn't have the early ones. All we had was Shadowbringers, and I was hardcore playing Gunbreaker at the time. So I'm like, fuck it. I gotta do this. So I'm literally grinding the fuck out of that on the Boja Island, bro. Oh my god, that shit was so fucking annoying.
Yeah, because that's the whole reason.
He's like, bro, I got the first stage already. I'm still working on just unlocking the shit.
Yeah, because you were doing it. You were doing it while Shadowbringers was still the main expansion, and then Endwalker came out, and I was like, damn, because we still had to beat Shadowbringers. We were still trying to beat it.
I beat the main camp, but then you had the post quest after the fucking campaign was over. I did not do them, so I'm like sitting there. We pre-ordered Endwalker and everything, bro, and we was still doing the.
And you know what the problem was?
That's what killed it.
And that's what I mean, bro. Because that's what I was like, nah, bro. And you know what's crazy? What I like, and I've already told you this so many times. I feel like I've already mentioned this on the fucking podcast. Is that I'm sorry, bro. Level it up a different. I loved that your same character could be multiple classes, but then I was like, what am I gonna do when I can't level this nigga up, bro? Can't level the class up. I gotta go do this. I said I'm just not into this, bro. I literally was like, I can't do this.
That's the one thing I do hate though, because it's like in WoW, right? You're able to do the campaign quests all over again, so you can get like a bunch of experience while you wait for it to be queued in for a dungeon. Leveling is a lot easier on WoW than it is on Final Fantasy 15. No cap. You start a new. You like, oh, you know what? I want to start a new job. I want to play ninja. Fuck it. You start off at level 1. All right, cool. You start trying to level, you get 1 attack. Try to hop into a dungeon, you can't until this job is this level. And then you do get to that level, but then you're just stuck doing the same thing. And you're just like, oh my god, and you don't get as much experience.
Exactly, bro.
Like you do in WoW. Like, you can run a dungeon. You can get like maybe like 2 levels when you first start off. But when you get to like the higher end levels, that's when you get like.
And it's not like you can go run the campaign over again or anything either, bro.
You gotta just run dungeons.
That's why I was like,
all it is.
That's why I was like, bro. At least I said, if WoW ever did it, even Star Wars, what is it? You can pick a whole nother. I mean, obviously it was whatever. You can pick a whole other combat style. If you pick a Jedi Knight, you can go fucking Jedi fucking Counselor and do the same exact thing. But it'll just literally be like level 80, bro. Yeah, have all the abilities. That's what I think they should do personally. It's like, you already reached level 80 on this class. if we're gonna just give you the ability to be all classes,
Yeah.
I might as well just be level 80 on the damn class. I already done grinding my ass off,
For
man.
the one class. And then especially when they raise the level cap too. So then you're like, all right, cool. You gotta level up the other characters.
Because that's exactly what.
Oh my god.
I'm so mad because I was literally I remember the whole reason I switched to Dark Knight to begin with, because I was like
Lancer, aka Dragoon at first.
Yeah, no, because I was a Lancer, and I was like, all right, Dark Knight looks cool, but then I was like, nah, I finally can get Samurai. I'm gonna go to get a Samurai, and I remember I was Samurai for a hot minute, but the problem I had with Samurai was it's just like any other fucking MMO, bro. I'm waiting to get in the fucking dungeon, bro, and they didn't have the little helper fucking things.
You had to wait for people to join that dungeon.
So I'm sitting here waiting, I was like, nah, bro, fuck it. I said, then I looked at how tanking was in Final Fantasy, and I was like, oh, I just have to turn on. I can just turn on a stance, and they're all gonna come after me. That's all I needed to know. That was easy, easiest tanking. I was like, oh, maybe I'll tank in WoW. Hard as fuck, but I'm learning now.
Hey, no. But you was a good tank.
Yeah, now I'm learning now. Now I've learned. I'm like, okay, I get it now. I think I understand how to tank. I get it now. Now everybody's taking my shit anymore. That's why I'm like, all right, bet. But Final Fantasy, I just gotta turn on a stance. It doesn't matter what level I am. It doesn't matter how much damage someone's doing. It doesn't.
Yeah, no, it didn't matter.
That's what I was like.
As long as you hit them, it was okay. You can hit them one time, and then they're tracked on your ass. And unless I'm doing my full rotation, that's when they're coming after you.
But yeah, that's what I be meaning. Not to segue too far out of what I was talking about. That's what I mean. I be trying to tell you, like, hey man, this is literally just like Skyrim. When you were like, nah, bro, Skyrim. I already tried Skyrim. I'm like, but you've literally played games that are just like that, follow the same exact formula as Skyrim, and I'm like, what are you talking about?
And they try to play it again. Oh wait, no, that was an ESO.
Yeah, he's thinking about ESO. I'm fine.
I just don't like those, bro.
Nah, bro. I'm telling you, bro. No, I'm telling you. I think you get the wrong memory, bro.
I don't like that shit. Bro.
Nah, bro. You're saying you don't like that shit. How it plays, bro. You quite literally have played a game that's just like that.
Which one?
Bro.
Ark?
No, not even Ark, bro. I'm talking about any game that has like the same aspects. So leveling up, it's literally just like God. It's an MRPG.
It's a leveling aspect. It's more so like you kind of don't really know what to do.
What you mean? You go to objective complete. Here you go. You're done. You've played the game. I'm telling you, you need it. You need a 3-time rule for games. That's what you need. Because if I guarantee you, if I told you, hey bro, go play Skyrim, give it at least like launch it 3 times and play it for at least an hour, I think you would be like, hold on, this game's kind of fun. Because I don't know. This is my certain belief in gaming. I won't lie. There's just certain games that everybody just plays, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's just certain games that everybody like everybody plays it. Everyone has played it, and I won't lie to you. Skyrim is no. I mean, like quite literally, you're like, hold on, this is a good game. It's an objectively good game. My bad. That's what I'm trying to say.
I'm not. Look.
Because you cannot sit there and be like, damn, hold on, Elijah. Have you even seen me play Skyrim?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have seen you play Skyrim.
That's what I'm saying. Nah, bro. Because you'll be like, hold on. I've seen you. Nah, bro. I've seen you
like
react.
When I play Oblivion, like, I'll see you play Oblivion. Like,
see, I can understand Oblivion, though.
I'm like, I'm like, it looks interesting, but I can't play it, but I enjoy watching you play it. It's like certain stuff like that. Like, I can watch y'all play it, but I personally am just like, if I play this, I'm gonna check the fuck out. Like, I'm not gonna enjoy it.
No, bro. How can you enjoy someone watching playing a game that you would, if you played it, you would check out? Because I bet you if you got on Star Wars, you would be the same way. You're like, oh, if I had to make, yes you would, because you were literally just like making decisions. Oh yeah, who doesn't like making decisions?
When you play Cyberpunk.
Oh, see, no, I won't lie to you, bro. I won't lie to you, bro. Nah, you actually just haven't tried Cyberpunk. No, I won't lie to you. Because you want to know what's crazy? You want to know something's crazy? I was you, but for Cyberpunk. I remember everyone was like, nah, bro, play Cyberpunk. I was like, nah, bro, that's not my type of game. That's not my game. It's not for me. I don't like how the game is. I've seen the gameplay. I don't think I like it. Then I played the game and I was like, hold on, bro. I think honestly, out of all, actually,
it kind of plays like Fallout. You know how like when you're like gotta shoot people, you're like, oh, head, body, da da da.
That's not no.
That's literally what it did when you was playing Cyberpunk.
No. See, you're thinking about the wrong game. This is how I know you're thinking about the wrong game. You've seen me just play Fallout, and you're like, yeah, head, body, arm. That's Fallout. That's just Fallout. You see me play Fallout. I can understand if you're like, I don't like Fallout, even though it's just like Skyrim, except with guns.
See, I can't. Exactly.
But I know. Look, no, brother. Listen. When people say we're literally the same brain cell, I know what they mean. It's down to the finest molecular level. I know what you like and what you don't like. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you. Because I'm trying to let you experience something. That's what I mean. I'm trying to help you experience. Because when you're like, damn, bro, I really want to play a game. And I'm like, okay, here's a game I think you'll like. Nah, man, that don't look like something I like. It don't look. Don't judge a book off its cover. Play the game, brother.
So why didn't you play Wild Hearts like that with me and Ian did?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, hold on. I'll do this in person. I'm sorry. You do remember why didn't let's see. Wild Hearts came out when I was in Korea, approximately 13 hours ahead of you guys.
Man, you'll be up playing the game now. We'll be up. No, me and Ian will be up. You'll be on. We'll come play Wild Hearts.
And I would tell you guys no, because where do you think I was at night on the weekends?
Man, you'll be in your room, bro.
I would be in my room. No, I was not. I was.
Nah, there'll be moments you was on the game, bro.
Yeah, and what was a big? Okay, hold on. But what was the major thing we were playing while I was in Korea at the time? Because what happened right before I got you guys in? Remember, I got y'all into a certain thing that you now still play to this day.
WoW?
Yes, we were playing WoW.
But then Wild Hearts. Wait, no, because I was in Missouri.
Yeah.
When
no.
Yeah, Wild Hearts came out in Missouri.
Yeah.
I was in Missouri.
Yeah. Okay then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay then.
I wasn't in Korea when
Yes,
I
I
was.
was. You moved. Yeah, actually, yeah, you moved. Yeah, I remember you moved down while I was in. Because I remember. No, actually, you were. Yeah, you were either. No, I wasn't in Washington. No, I wasn't. Because so I was in Washington. I got us in the WoW because I remember everyone left for Korea and I stayed back because they were still trying to figure out whether or not they wanted to send me, and I stayed back. That's when I got you guys in the WoW because I was just basically off the entire time that was happening. I got you guys in the WoW the first half because I remember November, December, January is when I left for Korea. 2023 January. It's the first. I remember it like it was yesterday. So I remember November is when Dragonflight came out. In the middle-ish of November, I remember I was telling Josh to get on.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. I think you were just moving down to Texas.
Yeah, because it was like, no, because I was moving, I moved to Missouri, it was like December. I moved to Missouri in December, was playing WoW, and then you end up leaving after the new year.
Yeah, and then, because I remember you said, you ended up staying with your parents a little bit longer. Yeah, I remember because you were like, yep, I remember now. Yep.
Oh, damn, you was in Korea.
I was in Korea, yep. And then after I got back from Korea, you moved in with Liu Sung. Mm-hmm. Yep. So at that time, y'all were playing Wild Hearts, and there were times where you would ask me, but there was just times you guys were just way ahead of me. Y'all also were just way ahead of me.
Game was like not optimized for PC.
Yeah. Also, I had my laptop. Yeah, I also had my laptop. Yeah, it wasn't like because as soon as I came home, I tried to play it again. I was like, oh, this is fine. But it was just too late.
It would just be like lag of the music. Mm-hmm. A lot of moments, bro, they just wouldn't optimize it.
Mm-hmm. And I played it. I mean, like, granted, it's only 7.1 hours, but I played it. I played it as long as I could, man.
See how many hours I had in that shit.
I can pull it up right here, bro.
Hold on, no, I got Steam on my phone.
I can pull it up right here, bro.
Oh, can you see how much I played it?
Yeah, 221. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you played it a lot.
Old that bitch.
Yeah. No, I believe. Yeah, trust me. Like I said, I believe you. That's what I was saying. I believe you were like, hey man, get on Wild Hearts.
Now I'm curious about that. Yeah.
You really want to know?
It is.
I got enough. I got enough. I got enough.
Yeah, go see. I think I got around the same amount as you.
You might, yeah, because I remember you were playing. Oh, there you go. Yeah, 641. This isn't even counting console. That's the problem. Yeah.
Yeah, like that's not counting that. Yeah.
But this guy, just a little bit more than me. But that's not counting console.
That's not counting console.
Yeah, because he moved. Yeah. Now, anyway, but That's what I mean. Like, you know, when you said get Wild Hearts, I got it though. That's what I'm saying. I got it, and I played it, and I said, yeah, this is nice. I like this. Do I continue to play the game? I will say yes. I don't like continue to play the game. If I'm like, whatever. You got like, this is one of them games where I'm like, I need to play with my friends. Like Wild Hearts, I was like, I can't play with y'all. And whenever I would try to connect to y'all, sometimes I would disconnect. Yeah, because I was in Korea. That's what I'm saying. Like, I did not have the optimal environment to play Wild Hearts. I will say that.
Coming back out. This shit still pisses me off.
But
it's coming back out.
I be trying to put y'all on game every day, bro.
Look, there are certain games that I'm like, all right, cool, I'll play. There are certain games that I will not play. But a lot of the times when you try to put me in a game, I do try that game out.
All right, bet. Play Cyberpunk.
No. No.
See? No.
No, that's
play Cyberpunk. No. I don't want to. It's not my cup of tea. Terraria. Nah, bro. I don't want to.
Fall, you're not gonna like.
No. I said if you didn't, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like whenever I see you play a game that you like and you're like, wow, this game's so good, and I see an aspect and I'm like, he would literally like this game. I literally can tell. I literally look at it. I'm like, George should play this game. He would like this. It's also just a major banger. It's not even one of these games where I'm just like, nah, bro, like this is one of those hidden gems that you need to play, bro, and it's good. Like it's not like it's a certain genre that you just like. I would tell anyone to play Destiny. Because Destiny's, I feel like, is a game, if anyone was, I just couldn't get into it. Yeah, sure, you can't get into it, but you like the gameplay. Getting into it versus playing it and liking it, I get it. If you were like, if you played WoW, got all the way up to level 80 and you're like, no, I just don't really like how I gotta spam mythic dungeons all the time. Like, I don't really like that. Then I would be like, that's fair. If you don't like that aspect, that's fire. But if you got on Final Fantasy, you're like, yeah, no, I do like that I have to wait hours before I get my mount. I love the relic weapon system.
The relic weapon system
is nice.
It is dope.
It's a grind though.
It is, but you have to dedicate your time.
That's what I'm saying, man.
You know what? I'm still mad that we didn't get that fucking the Eureka armor set, bro. Oh my god!
I just didn't understand it. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I
looked it up, but like every time I still watched, I'd have to write it down. Like that's the shit that I'm like, I can't.
You gotta go into like the actual land and you have to like be at the
yes.
Game. If we was to actually, I feel like if we was to actually like sit down and be like, all right, cool.
Let's go get it. Yeah.
I feel like.
I mean, that's anybody though. If we ever said we gonna go do something, we usually get it done. I ain't gonna lie. Like if we actually really sat down with the entire friend group and say, yeah, we're gonna get mythic rating done. We're gonna do 8 out of 8.
Now, mind you, I did say
he did.
He could have got cutting edge. I said I wanted to get cutting edge, but now
I
this
said
is what I will. Also
I did say months ahead.
He's been playing more WoW than I have.
Yeah, because I won't lie.
Because Monster Hunter, I'm like,
didn't last as long as I thought it was,
and it did not last that long. I don't feel the need to.
For some people, but for some people,
don't hop on WoW like that. I don't know why. I just don't really hop on WoW. Like, I think I've been playing like other shit. Like, Schedule 1, Schedule 1, bro.
Good game.
Him and our friend Jeff was playing it, right? Well, because it started off with our friend Jeff, and I would see like gameplay of it like on TikTok and shit. But Jeff was playing it. I'm like, oh, that shit looks funny. And Elijah was like, you know what? I'm about to get that shit. Him and Chris got the game, and they were playing it, and they was building their wheat empire. I was like, ooh, I'm about to call that shit Kush Cobain. I called it. I said, yeah, y'all company is Kush Cobain. And I was like, this, George, you gotta get it, bro. I'm like, man.
Yeah, we got that shit.
I'm thinking about it, nigga. I got that game.
Schedule 1's one of the, but Schedule 1's one of those games though. I did burn myself out on it. Like, I won't cap. I played it way too much. I did not expect. I mean, I did, but I didn't expect it because as soon as I was like, wait a minute. There's a progression system. I said, there's an automation system. I said, I love automation. I love progression. I said, that's all I needed to see. More money go up. I buy more things. Weed empire grow. I buy, I sell. I get more. I was like, yeah, this is great. I love this. And I was just immersed.
That shit was cool.
I love it when I get immersed.
You would have make more better products, and then as you mix shit and then you smoke your own shit, the effects that you get, like, what is it, Afghan gold or whatever?
Anti-gravity.
Ooh, bro, that shit was nice.
And the game's only going to get better.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, oh, bet. I was like, let me calm down. Because
I stopped playing it because I was like, they was like, George, I got like over 40 hours in that bitch.
Yeah, bro.
The first week I started playing that game. They was like, damn, George, like, I wasn't expecting to get into the game like that. And I was like,
yeah, bro.
Me neither.
I burned myself out. That's why I was like, because I was like, remember, because I was like, let me automate. That shit working too. Now I started automating stuff. I said, yep. I said, yeah, I'm playing too much. I literally was like, yeah. Then I remember because I would get bored. I would be like, yeah, I'm getting bored now. I said, let me get off.
I had to stop myself. That's why I haven't hopped on it because, like, I got up to cocaine because that's what we was really trying to get to. We were trying to get to cocaine for the longest. I got up to cocaine, started making my cocaine and shit, and then like I had so much money, like I was able to buy at the barn, and then I was like, all right, cool. And I bought taco ticklers, so I was like, all right, I'm balling. And I was like, you know what? I'm at cocaine. All my shit is selling like heavy. Like my dealers is dealing to like optimal people. I'm sitting over here selling all my product like late at night so I can get a curfew bonus. I'm like, yeah, I got this shit down to a T. And then like people were like, oh, I'm addicted. Can give me 5 cocaine.
There's just a lot of
I'm like,
there's a lot of things about Schedule 1. There's a lot of things about Schedule 1 that I was like, oh, hold on, bro. It's crazy this guy thought about this. Like, I was like, okay, I see now. That's why I was like, yeah.
People running up to you in the street or coming to your house and be like, I haven't had my fix in a long time.
I need 10 times green crack. What do you mean you don't got it?
Yeah, bro. And they try to stab me.
Yeah, bro.
That's the one thing that be pissing me off. I'm like, go away. Like, I don't have no product because I'm like, I already gave like majority of it to my dealers. Like I'm doing this and third, and I gotta make some sales later on. Like I ain't got nothing for you right now, bro. And he like, man, fuck you, bitch. And that's what they say. They literally say, fuck you, bitch. And I'm like, bitch.
Pow, 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 pow. Yep. What that shit saying? Oh shit. Oh, we're going over time.
Yeah, dead ass. Some pretty good games. Schedule 1.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, me fucking hooked though.
Yeah, bro.
I will be watching Severance. Also, damn, I'm trying to think of what else. We have been streaming more lately. Let me put it out there real quick.
Yeah. We're back on it, bro.
Yeah. So,
we're back on it, bro.
Look, I'm telling you, we got our. I gotta update my Twitch in the fucking description because I changed my name.
Oh, I got you.
But yeah, we're gonna, our Twitch and everything else like that is in the description. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok. We are posted on TikTok and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Posting some of these clips from the podcast. And yeah, bro. That's it. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. It's OG House.
Peace on out.